chosen ones have glitched reality so much that the matrix is broken. This is a quick message
From the
chosen
universe.
one, chosen one. We've come, man, and you know, we're at that time where, this reality is glitching hard. Chosen one, there are so many people who are waking up and they're seeing through the illusions and understanding that this reality is all in your mind. You're understanding that this is a simulated reality, and we are in some type of construct. Well, the chosen ones, I have to thank y'all for that, because you have caused so many glitches in reality that people have no choice but to understand and overstand that this shit is not real. That, yeah, we are sitting here in this physical realm, but the physical is not real. We're starting to realize that we are spiritual beings who exist outside of this physical realm. And we're starting to connect a lot of dots. The chosen one, this reality has been glitched so many times that now the matrix is operating a little differently. And I want to point out some things that, you might notice or you may not. You might have noticed it, but you didn't quite know what it was. Now, what we understand about this reality and what quantum mechanics tells us, or quantum physics, we understand that reality renders as we go. And we're starting to realize that just like the video games that we play, our reality operates and renders into reality as we observe, as we go, right? So nothing exists until we go to look for it or observe it or look at it or think about it. And then it is pulled into reality. Well, chosen one, you are starting to know how to control your mind, to control what comes into the reality. You are starting to understand before you see something, you're starting to think about how you want to see it, and you're seeing it exactly that way. Chosen one, the processing time and the rendering time of the matrix is broken. And when you think about it, it's because the mass awakening of people who are now understanding that this reality is just an illusion. This has caused a shift, and literally the matrix can't hide itself because no one believes it. The matrix is all about belief. It has to have your belief. You have to believe that the world is a dangerous place for it to become a dangerous place. You have to believe that everything that they're putting in the media and in the news is true, and it becomes true. What we are starting to realize, and we are starting to take back our belief, and we are only believing in things that we want to pull into this reality, chosen one. If you think about what I'm saying, you'll understand it. Like, some of you are starting to see these glitches in everyday life. And when we say glitches, we're talking about how things are rendering because of you, because of your observation. For example, let's say, you live in an apartment building, and you go to the apartment and you click the button, and you go to the elevator and you click the button, and you gotta wait on the elevator, and it comes down. And we are starting to realize that waiting at the elevator for it to come to the right floor is only an illusion. And so now, once you break through and understand that there is no other floors until you observe them, then the elevator is always one click, you hop in, and it opens up the door. You're starting to understand, how to make things pop into reality by understanding that there is nothing until we believe that it's here. And this controls reality, chosen one. A lot of you are starting to understand how to think in order to see your reality go a certain type of way. It's all about how you perceive. Well, chosen one, you have glitched reality so much. If you look at the things that you have been through and the things that you have overcame, and when you find yourself in this dark night of the soul, and for the people who say, yo, Jay, you focus on the bad things a lot. I'm not focusing on nothing bad. I'm giving you power. I'm empowering you by looking at what you made it through, because you had to get it through your head that shit was impossible. Duh. But anyway, when you think about the times when you went through things, right? You think about that grand night that you had, that dark night of the soul. This is when you kind of started to really glitch reality, chosen one. You've always been a glitcher of reality. Whenever you needed something to come through, you would think about it, and then it would happen. Well, chosen one, you were in a situation where you used your observation to make things line up exactly the way you needed them to line up. Because if things don't line up perfectly for you in that situation, then chosen one, you would have been gone. And so when you think back to that time, you understand that this reality is indeed what you make it, because you realize that in that time, you wasn't thinking at all. You were just going. And so not thinking in a time like that, only thinking about what you needed. And this is what triggered you being able to glitch reality. See, when you're in flight or flight, you don't have time for doubt. You don't have time to second guess. You don't have time to what if. You only have time to think about what it's going to take for you to survive. And so when your flight or flight response was triggered, this is why you were only able to focus on what it was going to take for you to make it through. And so this was when you glitched reality. Now, chosen one, when you realize that there is no spoon, then you begin to be able to bend the spoon. So you understand that there is nothing in reality until you collapse it by how you think. So now the chosen ones have unlocked the ability to glitch reality at will, with the understanding that nothing exists until you think about it or observe it. And so you're now starting to know how to consciously think about things before you even do them, to glitch reality purposely. The chosen ones have waken up in the matrix, and now the matrix is broken.